Welcome to Becoming Saiyans.
A Dragon Ball rewatch podcast.
And we're back. I'm Truman.
And I'm Jesse.
And this is Becoming Saiyans, a Dragon Ball rewatch podcast. On today's episode, we watched episodes 29 and 30, titled The Roaming Lake and Pilaf and the Mystery Force. Getting into some trivia really quick before we get some first thoughts. Number one for Roaming Lake is the differences from the manga. Is that in the manga, Goku and the company are in the car driving back from the restaurant when he decides he's going to do that. But in the anime, it's the same day outside of the tournament. And the remainder of the episode, once Goku flies away, includes events that are exclusive to the anime.
So like him while the monologue's going, it's him flying through the trees, eating the fruit, stuff like that.
No, this is the first episode. Everything after he flies away is new to the anime.
Gotcha.
They don't go see Nam again. They don't see Jiren again. None of that.
So that entire episode's just like kind of a filler episode. In a way.
You could say that.
Like it's a fill in for the anime. Like it's just well, that's kind of cool.
Some trivia about this episode is, despite being part of the Red Ribbon Army saga, Red Ribbon Army has nothing to do in this episode and doesn't appear until the next episode.
That's again, like that's why I guess like you could chalk it up as a filler because it's just like it's a break before you fully get into the next saga.
I honestly think of it as like an epilogue to the previous saga.
That's probably a better way. That's probably a better word to use. It
could have been put on last episode, like the last saga, the tournament saga, and it probably would have it would have made more sense there than it does in this one. And then in the Japanese version, when Goku and Nam are surveying the river, the song Fushigi Wonderland can be heard, and for the only time in the anime. In the English version, they excluded it instead of adding more dialogue from the narrator. And that's the trivia for the first episode. And then for the second episode, the differences from the manga is the entire events of this episode were exclusive to the anime. Nothing in this episode happened.
Yeah, also in episode 2?
Yeah.
Okay.
For episode 2, for the next episode.
So we got two very non-manga episodes.
Yeah.
Yep. What it sounds like.
And this is the first episode of the anime that's entirely an anime exclusive.
Ooh.
And at the beginning of this episode, Commander Red is seen petting his cat while his face is not shown, and that seems like it's part of like similar to the James Bond episode or James Bond stuff. So, like the James Bond characters,
Yeah.
A reference to the real world is made. Emperor Pilaf talks about Alexander the Great. It also is.
I think the shopkeeper does.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then it's also revealed that the crown actually belonged to King Ralph, which is referencing the 1991 film starring John Goodman. In the Japanese version, he claims that the crown was owned by Emperor Ari Masaderu. And Pilaf took the comments that the jewel in the crown looks a bit small, giving away the deception. The newspaper he's reading makes reference to the real world, say Mexico 86, which is referencing the 1986 FIFA World Cup hosted in Mexico.
Where the hand of God happened.
Yeah.
Among other things.
But, yeah, that too. When Pilaf and Mai are carried into the airship, Goku is not wearing his wristbands. When he chases after the ship, he has them back on. In the opening scene, as Goku's exploring the world around him, the song Dragon Ball Densetsu can be heard. The English dub doesn't include it. And after killing the shop owner, Silver says, "Boring conversation anyway," a line said by Han Solo in Star Wars Episode 4 A New Hope. And that's the trivia we have for now, and we're going to jump into the recap. Previously on Dragon Ball. The end of the tournament saga is upon us, actually the beginning of the Red Ribbon arc, where Goku says goodbye to his friends and flies away on his new adventure to go find his Dragon Ball. He happens to stumble upon Nam, who is trying to fix the water problem for his scribe. And with that, Goku helps him figure all that out. They meet Jiren again, help him break down a dam, and bring water back to the tribe. And then a storm or tornado, it looked like maybe?
I think it was like a haboob.
Oh, yeah.
Which is It's just a really funny word, but it's just like for massive sandstorm in a desert.
Yeah,
but it's called a haboob. If you're ever looking at a textbook and you see that, that's what it's called. That's what it's referring to. It's not referring to the other stuff it could be.
Yeah, and that blows in and destroys the river. But then Goku finds the roaming lake, and that's the end of episode 1. Going into episode 2, we're starting the Red Ribbon Army saga like proper now. Goku is still on the hunt for the Dragon Ball. He runs into a kid who steals his Dragon Radar.
Who is only referred to as Smelly Child or Smelly Kid.
Smelly Boy, I think.
Yeah, Smelly Boy. Yeah, which is such a funny way to be referred. That's like younger version of Bacterian.
Yeah.
Smelly Boy.
And so he steals his Dragon Radar, sells it to a shopkeeper in this town. And while this is happening, Pilaf is also hunting for the Dragon Balls, which Pilaf is back with his crew.
Yeah, Pilaf is back.
And
Pilaf,
so,
mind you.
Yeah, and so he goes and tries to find the Dragon Balls as well. And a third mysterious group, led by a villain named Silver, also comes through the town. And they're all three looking for the Dragon Ball, when you find out the shopkeeper has been making replicas and selling them. And so Silver kills the innkeeper, and that's basically the end of the episode, with Goku chasing after Pilaf because he thinks they have the actual one, and the bird flying off in a different direction because it all turns out the real Dragon Ball was right in above the shopkeeper with the bird, and the bird flies off with it.
Such an unfortunate moment for that shopkeeper. Yeah. It's like you're probably the only person in this entire area of the world that knows what a Dragon Ball is, and you're selling fake Dragon Balls out of your store, and you just so happen to be murdered because you don't realize an actual Dragon Ball is in the bird nest on top of your store.
Yeah.
He legitimately he could have lived the rest of his life and no one would have known he was selling fake Dragon Balls. It just so happened the universe is like, you know what? I hate you. You're such a scumbag. I'm gonna make sure this Dragon Ball shows up so you die.
And
so
that is what you missed on Dragon Ball. Jesse, sounds like you already had some thoughts. I'll let you take over for a bit.
Very enjoyable episodes. Okay, I have to preface it. This episode's probably going to be a lot more positive than the last episode we recorded.
Yeah.
Purely just because this is new stuff.
Yeah.
And I do.
What? You didn't like Pansy?
I do want to apologize. I feel like we didn't. I don't know how much we apologized. I don't remember apologizing as much as I feel like we should have for being so negative last episode.
And the thing is I don't feel like we were super negative last episode. We said it was skippable, and this could have been an email. It was about as harsh as we got. We didn't say this thing sucks. Yeah. We said this thing is good. It just also was boring. I just
feel bad because it just felt like we just kept hammering it in that it kind of isn't great. So, but in comparison, got some new stuff, and this new stuff is really awesome, and apparently anime exclusive.
Yeah,
from what we've learned,
which is
stuff. really cool. It's the newest of new stuff.
Yeah,
it's you don't get this if you're reading the books. You only get this if you were watching the anime.
Yeah.
So,
the only part that I had some of my notes was we immediately start with a Roshi perv.
Oh, we gotta sneak that in.
It wasn't really snuck in. It was pretty out front. He said, all of y'all leave me alone. I want to go be with Launch on my island.
I don't want to assume, but it feels like this is going to be a very just Goku and the original other gang, like Oolong and all of them. I don't know how often we're going to flash back to Roshi and Launch and Krillin. So,
yeah.
I don't know how often we're going to launch back to them. So we got to fit a bunch of the perverted moments in the very beginning of this episode. We got to front load it so we have space to not let Oolong be weird.
Yeah. And then I had the good line from Krillin being he flies around on a cloud, but Goku's god got over in a suitcase.
Yeah.
He was that's perfectly explanatory of Goku as a human.
Yeah, explain Goku as a person.
Yeah.
Doesn't bat an eye that he flies around super speeds on a cloud.
Also
if you have a suitcase.
Also has a power pole that can extend to the heavens. Yeah. But a suitcase. Whoa!
Inexplicably strong and fast for what do we say 12-year-old or whatever.
Yeah, but suitcases.
Heaven forbid you have the most common form of traveling with stuff.
Yeah,
a suitcase.
It's not even a dino cap. It's a suitcase.
Yeah. It's like, well, we've been over Dino Castle. We introduced him to those not too long ago.
Yeah. But yeah, Goku's starting out on his own adventure now. This one feels more like a solo arc. Like, not that he won't meet other characters, but this feels like Goku's alone in the world.
It definitely feels like that. I'm sure there will come a point in time. My prediction at this moment is like, this arc will probably end with them all teaming up to fight the big army people.
Yeah, that's a good prediction.
It just feels like a good prediction to make. Getting ahead of ourselves to the prediction section. But it just feels like that's where this is going.
Yeah, it does feel like that. But yeah, to start, it looks like Goku's going to take on the army, basically, or the bad guys in general on his own.
I mean, who knows? Maybe I'm wrong, and Goku, Pilaf, and all of them join up, because even Pilaf's like, you guys suck.
Yeah.
Probably not. It seems like, also, we should stay with the Pilaf stuff. I know we're skipping around between the episodes and stuff. Like, this is all second episode. Pilaf has PT. Like, Pilaf is...
Yeah,
like
I literally,
PTSD.
the first thing I put for the next episode... Oh, I put two things before this, but the first time I mentioned Pilaf was, he is traumatized.
Which justifiably show.
Yeah.
You would also be traumatized if
you
suddenly you
were about
almost...
to kill a bunch of people, and then one of those people turns into a giant gorilla and destroys your castle.
Ignoring the whole, getting ready to kill them. But if you were facing down death from a, King Kong-sized gorilla... Yeah, you too would probably be pretty traumatized. It's why I imagine living in the legendary monsterverse would suck, because so many people would be like, yeah, sometimes you just lose people to Godzilla and friends.
It's like that scene from Ted. It's like, yeah, we had an Indian kid here once. They got him. What do you mean they got him? Yep, they got him.
I really liked him too.
He shared his food. What do you mean he got what?
What are you talking about?
This is another slight tangent from this tangent, though. Back to the Godzilla part of the tangent. They have been releasing a new comic about the Godzilla characters called the Kaisei universe. It's a Godzilla universe, but alternate from the normal canon of the movies and stuff. But it's one where it's like all these monsters exist, and they have this power called Kaisei. And the main story from this new universe is a kid has the Godzilla powers. He's like a teenager who can fight Godzilla. Like he can punch him with the Kaisei punches.
Reminds me of the Charles Barkley, the NBA Godzilla mashup comic.
Yeah,
with Charles Barkley. They grow Charles Barkley to Godzilla size, and they play a pickup game to 5 in the Grand Canyon.
Yeah, a different Godzilla than King Kong.
It has my favorite comic book screen cap of all time. Where it says Godzilla got busy. He's doing a crossover.
Yeah,
he's got Kareem goggles on. It's so funny. It's worth looking up to figure it out. It's hilarious.
Yeah.
Only Charles Barkley could agree to something that ridiculous at that time.
It's like when Superman fought Muhammad Ali,
and he lost. If I remember right, he loses because they go to a world with a red star, like a star that kills Superman.
He's depowered, and he. Yeah,
it's like an intergalactic mashup.
Yeah,
and it just so happens to be hosted where Superman has no powers, and so Muhammad Ali just beats him up.
Yeah.
Totally different situation.
What actually ends up happening, because I actually watched a video about this on YouTube. Call out to Comic Pop for anybody who hasn't seen them. They actually covered the story. They get picked up by aliens who are like, one of you is going to fight our greatest warrior, and that's going to be how we decide who's going to go on to win, be the hero of your universe, because you're both the greatest warriors of your planet, Superman and Muhammad Ali. And so,
which is really funny in retrospect.
Yeah, it's not Batman or Superman. No, it's Superman and Muhammad Ali.
To be fair, at the time that comic was written,
oh yeah, he was the greatest.
Yeah,
but he and so Muhammad Ali ends up teaching Superman how to do it after he gets teaches him how to fight. And they go in a pocket dimension where they can train for 20 years in 1 minute or whatever. And so he comes back out, and he's trained to be a boxer, and then he gets his power back and beats up the people, and then he's like, yeah, but Muhammad Ali would beat me in a fight. That's kind of how it is.
Beat me if I didn't have super strength.
Yeah, but slight tangent out of the way. Yeah, getting back to the show, Bulma and the crew traveling through the desert is pretty hilarious, and then the storm blowing them back, and
Yeah, blowing them right back to where they started was so funny.
It's
Great way to end that episode.
It's a way to explain, like, yeah, they're going to be traveling for a while. They all hate each other.
They're stuck in like a hate circle.
Yeah, and so that was thing. Bulma being angry is back. Krillin's got that drip. That blue
Krillin
suit
was dripped out in that suit. Reminded me of Blues Brothers.
Yeah. He gets a better suit later on, and it's in the new Dragon Ball game, the MOBA game I was telling you about.
Yeah.
One of the
skins.
One of the skins you can buy is his more dripped out suit for the I think it's the 2 tournaments from now. He wears it to the World Martial Arts Tournament number 3 that we watch. But then Nam is back.
Yeah, Nam shows back up, which again I love Nam. He's such a just down to earth character. It's also funny watching him react to things.
Yeah,
because it's like he has such a normal reaction of somebody who's like just really good at fighting, but also still a normal person.
Yeah,
it's like he goes to power drive
the
pterodactyl, and then it's like, oh no, eyes wide as he realizes
the pterodactyl just flies past him.
It can fly.
Yeah. And yeah, it's literally like...
It's like anytime Goku does something in front of Nam's just like...
This is the greatest thing ever!
It's like Goku is a myth to anyone who comes in contact with him for even 5 minutes.
Yeah. And it's just so funny because, if you live in that village, it's like we had the hero from the cloud. He flew through. He found the Roman Lake.
300 years from now, people are going to be like... There's gonna be a village elder in 80 years that sees Goku on the TV in that village, and they're gonna be like, I knew that boy.
He was the Roman Lake finder.
He was the Cloud Rider that saved our world. I sound like Roshi for some reason.
Yeah. I feel like Roshi would still be alive in 80 years.
I trained that boy. Sure you did, Grandpa. Let's take you back to your island.
One thing that I pointed out that I thought was funny was that immediately when we see Nam again, they do a flashback to what happened. And it's like, in case you missed Nam's story arc in the last saga, 6 episodes ago.
Nam got water because Roshi was a really nice person.
Yeah. And it's like, that's just, in case you missed it, 6 episodes
we
ago.
also have to set up that immediately this water is not enough. Now we have to find more water.
Yeah. That water is enough for 2 days because they decided to make a swimming pool.
Yeah, they decided to waste all the water, and Nam's like, "Oh, that's right. We're also in a drought because we're irresponsible with water."
Yeah, it's like not only did the entire river dry up in one day, which we find out eventually is because there was a dam built, but also we also wasted all of the water that we did have beforehand too.
To be fair, when you get that much water in front of you.
Not having water for a while.
Your first thought is to do whatever you want with it.
Yeah.
Your second thought is, oh no, we did too much of whatever we want with it. Now we need more water.
Yeah. But then at that point, he goes to go find more water, follow the river, and a pterodactyl grabs him. That's when that aerial attack thing happened.
Yeah, aerial attack moment.
And it was just very fortuitous that the pterodactyl also knew where the roaming lake was and flew over it because Goku had found it. Yeah,
happened to fly over the roaming lake that Goku had already found 5 minutes earlier in the episode.
It, yeah.
I legitimately thought it was gonna be one of those classic desert moments when he first found it.
And he's
gonna be swimming in sand. Yeah, gonna. And then it's like, nope, that's actually just the roaming lake. He's sitting in the roaming lake.
He just found it. They mentioned the roaming lake, and now it's there.
Yeah, I do love that. He can find it so easily because he probably has super sight because he's not a human.
He sees the twinkling lights from the lake,
and he's
from
also
hundreds of miles away.
And he's also got a cloud that flies fast enough that he just gets there in 2 minutes.
Yeah. The next point that I have was Nam can sit on the cloud. Nam is pure of heart. He can sit on the cloud.
Yeah, I'm honestly, I'm not gonna lie. I must have been writing something down and just didn't connect the dots when I looked back up.
Yeah, because he's fully just sitting on the cloud.
Yeah, he is. Which, I mean, to be fair, everything we know of Nam.
Yeah.
Absolutely, there is no controversy on that. Nam
he does not have impure thoughts. He has fear of impure thoughts because when he fought Ronfon, he literally
closed his eyes.
He became afraid at first. But yeah, when he sees Ronfon, he's immediately just completely scared, and just like a pure of heart man. So it makes a lot of sense that he can fly around on the cloud.
He has to close his eyes to prevent himself from sinning.
Yeah, because that being able to ride on the cloud is like not for the faint of heart at all.
There's no controversy whatsoever. He's also only the third character.
Yeah,
that we've met. If I have my number right, because Chi-Chi, because I don't know.
Yeah,
but Chi-Chi's also a small child.
Yeah,
a smaller child than Goku.
Speaking of the number 3, we also got the third reason that Oolong got kicked out of school.
Yeah, I was just like, I think we've changed reasons.
Yeah,
because
you count that's counting the Japanese version. So we never knew why he got expelled from school before, like in the canon at all. So that's with the 2 explanations from the movie, the Japanese and the English version. Where in the Japanese version, it's because he was cheating. Is that what it was?
I think he was either cheating or like stealing.
Oh yeah,
panties. One of them I know was
stealing panties was the non-changed dub. The other one was like he got expelled for cheating. And then in this one, the reasoning was...
He got expelled for stealing papers. Or whatever.
Yeah, exactly.
Which is basically, I think, also just cheating with a different sentence.
Yeah. And then he had the funny line of bacon in this... you guys don't want to be baking in the sun. That's what I am, bacon in the sun. That was pretty good.
Yeah. Again, Oolong has some really gritty, really fun one-off jokes like that. I love it.
And then you get the... Jiren being like, I'm the owner of this dam, and even if I wanted to bow to you because I'm still afraid of you, there's nothing you can do about this. We've all spit merry-go-round gum on this, and it's all perfect.
I love
unbreakable.
We should before we skip too far ahead. Yeah, Jiren's back.
Yeah,
we get to see him
back too.
Like they get so Goku and Nam fly to the end where the river has been dammed off, and they find that it's a dam where a bunch of whatever
pterodactyl beast monsters,
monster Jiren's race is. It's just that entire race,
sitting
in a dammed off lake area, where the river is not flowing anymore. And so Goku and Nam go down. Nam first goes down. Goku's sitting up in a tree watching him. Nam tries to talk about it, and then he beats up one of the beasts.
I think that one beast is about to try picking on him.
Yeah.
So he picks him up and hip
tosses
him.
He tosses him aside, and now the other 4 that are there okay guys, let's beat up this dude. And then Goku jumps down, and they're like, ooh, they all dogpile Goku. Goku throws them all off.
And then Jiren flies in and is like, what's the meat? Oh no, it's Goku. Not Goku. No, please.
It's the one person in the world who I know for certain can beat me.
Yeah. So Mr. Goku, sir, I'm so sorry. I wish I could fix this damn problem, but unfortunately it's merry-go-round gummed and it's completely unbreakable. I'm so sorry, sir. I wish I could help you with this water problem.
And then Goku just goes, literally, I
wrote it's unbreakable, immediately breaks it.
Yeah, I just wrote it's unbreakable. Goku, hold my beer.
Yeah.
It's literally it's in that moment that Goku's like, I'll break it for you, no problem.
Hold my Setsumi. You don't know what that means.
Hold my Kamehameha.
Yeah. And so he just
shoots a Kamehameha at it, and it blows it right across. And everyone is just mouth agape
yeah.
Oh, he actually did it.
And even Jiren is I didn't honestly think he could break that,
I had an inkling he could break one of them at a time because he did. But
yeah. I didn't know he had the Kamehameha blast.
Yeah. I don't think, he hadn't seen that.
He didn't use it against him.
Well, no, because he flew back with the cloud.
Yeah, he flew back with the cloud, and then he also broke out.
And then also, Jiren left after he broke out and stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, or we could assume
it's insinuated that he went back home.
Yeah, that he just F this, I'm leaving.
Yeah.
And then we find out that the lake that Goku was swimming in originally was the roaming lake, and it does exist because he finds it again.
He finds it again after the storm blows through and ruins the river that they had just gotten to flow back to the village.
We spent this whole episode trying to fix the river, and then he fixed it, and then the storm was like, nah, you guys don't get water.
It's like God himself was just like, nah, I don't feel like it.
You don't get water. You don't deserve it. You don't need it.
It's maybe they're onto something. We're like, God might be punishing us for something we did.
At some point, Nam was like, it feels like a God is out there punishing us for some sin of the past.
Some horrible sin.
Yeah, and it's like, you might be right, sir.
Yeah, but you're probably closer than most people could be.
And then jump into the next episode because that was basically the end of the first episode.
That was the end of the first episode, yeah. But technically the end is them getting blown back to the town.
Yeah, the end is the burn up. And meanwhile, in the B plot, Bulma and all of them are blown back to the town through the storm.
sandstorm.
Yeah. Moving on to the next episode, we get immediately a new villain, which was kind of weird because on the episode when we were watching it, it said skip recap, and it's like, skip the recap? This isn't a recap.
This is like new stuff. Also, I think the person, if I read the subtitles right, the person speaking in the recap thing was named Red.
Yes, that is correct.
I think that. So my guess, skipping to my predictions, my guess is that's the overarching, like, bad guy. And Silver is just the leader of this group of army men that we are in this episode.
Yes. And the narrator we get to see has real-time update ability.
The narrator making like a minute of exposition really interesting.
Yeah.
Where he's just like, yeah, Goku's really cool, and he's kind of basically recapping Goku's entire story arc over the last couple of episodes.
Goku, while he is maybe the strongest person on the planet,
the strongest person in the known universe,
incredibly naive to the ways of this world because he was raised in the mountains,
and also naive to what he is.
He's going to learn a valuable lesson right here, where he has to learn. You always have to watch where you're going as he runs into a rock. Yeah,
runs into a rock.
Well, it was just great because I think it's the first time we've seen the narrator give a real-time update to what's happening this
react
second.
to the moment.
Yeah. And then we get to jump forward because all you get is Goku traveling along. And Pilaf, we jump to Pilaf, who's having a dream about the gorilla Goku and being traumatized by that situation. But we're immediately after that right back to the funny moments with Pilaf and the crew.
Dude, yeah, I mean, like immediately,
it was a breath of fresh air.
Yeah, he has a nightmare, and then like Shu runs in to check on him, and Pilaf's like starts beating him over the head with a sandal, calling him a dolt and everything. Yeah. But then Shu's like, oh, also the Dragon Ball radar is working again. We picked up a Dragon Ball signal.
It's like,
and Pilaf's like, oh, good.
Oh boy. Oh boy. And so then he opens the window. And you find out that they're on a flying palace or whatever.
They're on a Akira Toriyama signature.
Yes.
Giant flying ship that relatively makes enough sense that you don't question it, but just barely enough sense that you don't question it.
Yeah. And he immediately gets pulled out the window, and you get some more humor with Shu trying to pull him back in, but then Shu gets hit with the door.
Yeah. I love it. It's one of those things, like it's in that moment where you realize I miss them. I miss these guys.
Yeah, it's like such a breath of fresh air seeing them again.
Like it's
especially
nice
coming off the last movie where you got Bongo and Pasta, which are like the main Shu, and like sure, are they more capable and more brutal, making them more like villains that you're like afraid to fight?
Again,
yes.
For what they have to serve, which is the purpose of making the movie matter and like be threatening, and you feel tension.
Yeah.
Whereas in the show, it's like, oh, it's supposed to have kind of like a happy-go-lucky merry-go-round vibe.
Yeah.
And that's exactly what you get from Pilaf.
Yeah.
Like he's still there. He's still somewhat of a threat because of heaven forbid he gets all the Dragon Balls. Everyone's doomed.
Yeah. Yeah.
He's
a threat because he knows about the kill switch button weapon.
Yeah.
Of the Dragon Balls. But also, you get the best of both worlds in the Red Ribbon Army saga, where you also get the evil army.
Which I don't know how far we want to skip into the episode. Let's keep going.
But just getting them back, it just made me so happy. It was like, oh, this is great.
And their shenanigans. It's a very Pilaf heavy episode.
Yeah.
Because kind of honestly, in a weird way, Goku's the B plot in this episode.
Yeah.
In a weird way. Because most of what Goku's episode is he gets his Dragon Ball scanner.
Yeah, if we want to break up this episode into two parts, we can do Goku first and then circle back around.
So Goku loses his Dragon scanner to Smelly Boy.
Yeah, because he goes to take a swim in the river or the lake or the pond or whatever in this middle of this forest.
Yeah.
And Smelly Boy walks upon it and is like, "Ooh, look at this free stuff." And then this is where Goku gets to show off that he can control the power pole no matter where he's at.
Yep.
He just says power pole extend, and the pole just shoots into the ground and launches all the stuff up in the air.
Yep. It's awesome to watch. And then, so...
Smelly Boy, he gets all the stuff back, but realizes the radar's gone.
Yeah, the radar's gone.
Or the radar's gone, not the raider.
The raider.
The radar is gone.
The raider of the last arc.
Yeah. And so he goes to try to find the radar by, like, smelling off... like, using his bloodhound instincts, and
of smelling the incredibly stinky boy.
Yeah, and follows him into the town, where he finds his radar, runs into the A plot, which is Pilaf.
Well, technically, he follows him into the town. The boy, while this is happening, the boy has sold the radar to a shopkeeper who looks exactly like Benjamin Franklin.
Yeah, okay.
It is just Benjamin
I did
Franklin.
not catch that. But
he looks exactly like Benjamin Franklin.
I was not paying enough
He's Benjamin
attention
Franklin, but if Benjamin Franklin wasn't great.
Yeah.
Like, you can go back and watch that on your own time, and you will pick it up immediately.
Yeah. But then he sells it, and then Goku tracks him down, and he says, I sold it to this shopkeeper.
And then Goku goes and gives it back to the shopkeeper. While he's getting it back from the shopkeeper, sees Shu and Mai walk out with a Dragon Ball, and then follows him up.
Sees that it's a number 4 ball. If it was like if it was like the 2 ball or whatever, he'd be like, whatever, I don't care.
He'd probably still like want to go get it because he doesn't want them to have that powerful artifact. But he wouldn't be in a hurry to get it.
You see, that's the thing. I don't think Goku cares about the Dragon Balls as a whole in the construct, as long as he gets the 4-star. He doesn't care what happens to the rest of them. Like, this isn't Goku from the movie, where Goku in the movie is like, these things are powerful once you've explained them to me. Yeah. We can't let these fall in the wrong hands. At this point, Goku's like, I just want the 4-star, man.
I just want my grandpa back.
Yeah,
man.
if it's the 2-star, go ahead, knock yourself out. I just want the 4-star.
You
get one, I get one. One for you, one for me. We share. Sharing is caring around here.
Yeah. And I guess technically, as long as he has his grandpa's Dragon Ball, they can't summon the dragon. So
exactly.
And but so, it is like. But he shows up. He chases them up into the sky because it's the 4-star allegedly.
Yeah. And then at that point, that's basically the end for Goku. Is he's chasing them at the end of the episode.
He's chasing them, and they find out at the time that he's chasing them that it's a fake Dragon Ball.
Yeah.
But Goku doesn't know that yet.
Yeah, Goku doesn't know that yet, and because he's not looking at the radar, he's focused one-track mind.
At the end of this episode, he is the only one that is chasing Dragon Balls that doesn't know this is a fake Dragon Ball.
Yeah.
Everyone else does.
Yeah.
But while that's happening...
Then we go to the A plot.
I'll go to the C plot, actually, which is the military guys.
Yeah, the military guys is
the
C plot.
The C plot is some military people are chasing after Dragon Balls.
Led by this guy named Silver.
Who they stop in at, like, a house kind of far out of town, or, like, outside on the outskirts of town, interrogate a family, and then just break their entire house when they find out they don't have the Dragon Ball.
Yeah.
And then they keep going into town. They get to the shopkeeper after Pilaf, Mai, and Goku ran off in the direction thinking they have a Dragon Ball.
And he tries to pull the same shtick that he pulled on
them. It is then revealed at that moment that he has opened up a container of chest where he just has infinite number 4 Dragon Balls.
Yeah, and so he hands one to them, and he goes, I'm not stupid.
He drops it on the ground. It shatters. And then
kills him.
Yeah, the first confirmed murder in the series is like it's like the very end of the episode. It is that glass shattering moment of like, oh, we've got real bad guys now.
Yeah.
They are unafraid to kill.
Yeah. They just straight up murder him. Which, like, to be fair, he was also going to try to kill them too.
Yeah, he pulled out a gun on him.
And it was one of those, like, Han shot first type of things where Silver gets him, like, before he can get him, you know. So technically, you could consider it self-defense, but he went in there with bad intentions.
Yeah, like it's the fact of if he didn't get what he wanted, he was already probably going to like wreck the shop. And then not only do you not give him what he wants, you give him a fake, and then when he catches you on your lie, you pull the gun on him. Of course, you're getting shot. But it's still the first group of bad guys in the entire show who are willing to kill for stuff.
For sure.
Not counting the movie that we watched. Obviously, the movie they're willing to kill. But
yeah, but it didn't look like they even killed anybody in that movie.
They didn't kill anybody in that movie, but they were like,
they could have killed Yamcha.
They shot with malicious intent to kill Yamcha. Yeah. Yamcha just had enough bulletproof crystals and rubies in his chest.
Yeah. We also find out in this episode that 50 cows can hurt Goku, because he gets shot by a 50 cal by his shoes piloting the ship, and it does seem to hurt him.
It's like we have found the caliber of bullet that will at least leave a mark on Goku.
Yeah.
It is a 50 cal. Is that surprising? No.
Yeah.
Because you know what? You know what can't survive a 50 cal? Most anything walking on Earth right now that is made out of organic matter.
Yeah.
A 50 cal is the caliber that you send out to make sure the target is dead.
Yeah. And for this point, it just makes sure the target is injured.
Yeah. At this point, it's just his foot's going to hurt for a couple days because we hit him with the 50 cal.
Yeah. And so then jumping to the A plot finally, the Pilaf plot.
The Pilaf plot, which is again weird to say that that's the A plot, but it is the A plot.
I didn't realize it until you said it. And I was like, oh yeah, it really kind of.
I mean, it's most of the runtime is following them.
Yeah,
but not by much. Again, Goku's a really close beat because obviously it is Goku.
He is the protagonist of the show.
But like, if you're looking at like the meat and potatoes of this episode, it is the Pilaf and Mai and Shu at the beginning.
Yeah. But they go into the town. They stumble across the shopkeeper.
Yeah.
He wants to buy this crown, but the shopkeeper like talks him out of it.
Talks him out of buying the crown.
Like, I don't understand why he did, but
because he was gonna upsell him on the Dragon Ball.
That is true.
That's exactly what the plan was.
Yeah, but like that's where I put it down. Like Alexander the Great happened here apparently.
Yeah, I did write down. I was like, Alexander the Great had existed in this universe.
We now know that the Olympics and Alexander the Great happened in this universe.
So it seems like ancient Greek and Roman history exists in this universe, and Carthaginian and
yeah, we are building
Carthage.
We are building the lore of this universe. At this point, my theory at this point is that this universe followed the same path as our universe up until like the 1970s is my guess. And then in the 1970s, that's when this universe diverged.
It's like Fallout.
Yeah.
But like instead of going like full nuclear power, they just learned how to put things in capsules.
Yeah.
It's like that's what it feels like. Because in Fallout, like it follows the same path until like the Cold War era, where like everything goes nuclear. Like we full send into nuclear because Chernobyl never happened and stuff like that.
So my next thing is maybe. The only other difference I can point is that this all seems to be one giant continent. We have not seen like multiple continents, so maybe this is like a concurrent universe to us.
I mean, there is a giant ocean, but we haven't really fully the most we've done with the ocean is going to Roshi's island.
Yes, and that could just be that like he has an island that's not connected to the mainline continent.
To be fair, like we have two Roshi's islands. You have like the small one where you first find them, and then obviously you have the big one where they train. So, I guess
so. Like maybe there are islands, but the main land in this Earth is one main like a Pangea of sorts. So maybe like the entire history of the Earth happens. Other
possibility is also it's just like 2 times the size of our Earth.
Yeah,
like it's just a massive planet.
It's mega Earth.
It's mega Earth.
I'm going with my prevailing theory of this is the Earth that we live on today. If Pangea never broke apart, and we just kept following the timeline, so everything happened.
Does Earth only know about Pangea?
Yeah, this timeline traveled through our timeline, like the way our Earth goes, until you get to the 1970s.
Yep.
And in the 1970s,
somewhere in there,
something crazy happened, and now we have dinosaurs and anthropomorphic animals and dino caps.
Yeah, because that is also the crazy thing of like, how did ancient Greek imagine?
Was Alexander the Great actually a human, or was he a dog or something?
Yeah, was Alexander the Great
Alexander the Great White Shark?
Yeah, White Shark. Yeah, there you go.
There you go. I tied it in.
Or like Hannibal Lecter, like whatever. He's instead of riding elephants over the Alps,
he is an elephant.
He's not just an elephant. He's an elephant riding like a T-Rex over the Alps.
Yeah,
it's like maybe that's a thing.
Yeah, like who knows? But yeah,
which also I would poop myself if I saw that coming over the mountains.
Yes, a giant elephant man riding on a T-Rex. Yeah.
No one can cross the mountains with a 30,000 man army. Hannibal the elephant riding a T-Rex.
I also have AK-47s for some reason, you know.
Yeah,
it's like that meme.
We don't know how crazy it is.
It's like that meme where it's like this is the post-apocalyptic future. And it's like, oh, that explains the dinosaurs with dinosaurs with AK-47s.
Yep, makes sense.
Yeah, and so yeah, we follow Pilaf. He gets swindled into buying this. He just takes it as like a thing. He stumbles into Goku and runs off on a chase. Goku and their crew run off, and that's kind of the end of their plot of this episode. Except for that, at the same time, Silver finds out his is fake. They also find out that theirs is fake.
Yeah,
it doesn't. I can't tell if Silver and the crew have like a dragon radar or not.
I would
just have a lead that it's there. Because if they had a radar, they wouldn't break into a random house. You know.
I would imagine their radar, because they did say, like, Mai and Shu did say, like, with their massive radar, it was only accurate within a mile radius.
Yeah. And so
it could be a situation like that.
But as they were moving away, you know, they could tell that the Dragon Ball was still there.
Because they were flying outside of the mile radius.
Yeah. But my thing...
And it's like, it should be still on top of us.
But my thing is that it doesn't seem like they have a radar, because we never see them pull one out. It seems kind of like Mei, Shu, and Pilaf in the first arc, where they're just kind of stumbling around and following leads on where they're at, without a radar, and they have a strong lead because this seems like a pretty big army.
This seems like a well put together troop.
Yeah, and so they just got a strong lead on where it's at, and they don't actually have a radar, because if they had a radar, like. I mean, they would have just went to the shopkeep in the first place, because that's what Mei and Shu did, you know, or Mei, Shu, and Pilaf did.
Well, that's what Goku kind of did.
Yeah, and that's what Goku did too. Well, Goku was heading that way anyway,
and
then he finds out that there is one there, you know. But yeah, like I'm not sure if they have a radar or not. I don't know what your thoughts on it are.
Yeah, I mean, at most they have a radar that's like as accurate as Mai and Shu's is, but maybe like less accurate, so that's why they hit the house on the outskirts.
Yeah,
because like we got to start at the far end of the radar and then go in further.
You can't pinpoint exactly where it's at. You can only like pinpoint the general area. Yeah, that could be it. And the shopkeeper is the MVP of this episode, because he's running the gambit of all gambits.
Dude, he
bought the Dragon Radar for 10 zenny. He also has an infinite supply of Dragon Balls for anybody who ever comes to this town.
Anybody who's gullible enough to buy it for thousands of zenny.
Yeah.
Looking at you, Pilaf.
Yeah, well, Pilaf I don't even think cared. He's like, money means nothing to me. I have an infinite well of resources.
Every time I see Pilaf like flex on people, I'm like, man, you basically are an emperor. You just want people to follow you. Like, you just want people's respect, which is hard to get because you're comic book like side character.
Yeah. And then the twist of all centuries is that the shopkeeper thinks he's the only person who knows about Dragon Balls and is selling them, to find out that the birds right above him on his roof or like on his little awning type deck thing have the real Dragon Ball.
And ironically, the gunshot
scares them.
Where he is murdered scares him away, and one of them flies off with the Dragon Ball in a different direction. It's like, like they're not going to find it anyway, because like they kill the shopkeeper, the army dudes do, and then they're like, ransack it, we got to find these things. And it's like, no, you're not going to. It's flying away.
And then the narrator come in with the pun of the century. Like the Dragon Ball's on the wings of fate or something.
Like Dragon Ball is on the wings of fate or whatever.
Yeah, and it's just
awesome.
Like,
notes.
Thank you. That was great.
Great writing. Love it.
Yeah.
Perfect delivery of that line too. Again, we can't overstate like the voice acting, especially from the narrator so far this series. Perfect.
Yeah, the narrator has been killing.
That's probably my biggest, like, going back to the movie. That was probably one of my biggest like letdowns. Was like, man, the voice, like the different voice actors. Like, I'm glad, like, after I learned that those people were casted before the people in the actual show. I'm like, man, I'm real happy we got what we got.
Yeah, this narrator was killing it this episode, and last episode when he was talking last episode too. It wasn't as funny. He was more just giving you the news. But, like, he was still doing a great job, and I love his voice.
Soleil.
Yeah. And so going into your prediction section.
Yeah.
For the arc together, you said Pilaf is going to be a minor character. So far, that is
not
true.
Not correct. So far, he's actually one of the more major characters.
Yeah. I will give you this part of the saga. Red Ribbon Army is controlled by a new villain. I will say, sure, because we did see the new villain. We've
seen a couple new villains controlling them.
but so they're controlled by somebody.
Yeah. That was my. I got to get at least one right.
Yeah. And then the next two are to be determined. I'll leave those open at the moment.
Yeah.
But for the 2 episodes, you said meeting Nam or Jiren. Therefore, that is false because we met both of them.
Yeah.
I'm just kidding. I'll give it to you. That was right.
No, I'm kidding. I'll take it.
Pilaf or his minions appear again. Another one
both.
where you hedged your bets, so you're wrong.
I'm wrong. No. Survey says that was a lie.
And then this one is the one I wanted to talk to you about because I don't know. It says the mystery force is the Red Ribbon Army. I'm wondering what the mystery force in that episode is supposed to be. I mean, I'm guessing it is the Red Ribbon Army because they don't really name them in this episode.
Yeah, they don't name them in this episode, but we can assume Pilaf and the Red Ribbon Army. And what are the two new? We meet Pilaf and his gang, and what's the new force we meet? Probably the name, the Red Ribbon Army.
So I
but
guess
we haven't. That's one of those that's like technically we're wrong because it hasn't been confirmed. Yeah, but it's basically all but confirmed.
Yeah, but that mystery force is the Red Ribbon Army.
Yeah,
and to be fair, it also is confirmed if you looked at the tanks. The tanks have a ribbon,
like a red ribbon.
They literally have a ribbon that crosses an X with 2 R's in it for the red ribbon.
Yep.
So they
just haven't been name dropped.
Yeah,
but they're there. You know what they are.
Yeah.
Anyone with the brain cell and eyes could figure out that that's what they're supposed to be.
Yeah. And so then moving into the predictions for this next 2 episodes, got to pull up their names really quick. You have episode 31, wedding plans ? And then episode 32, the flying fortress vanished.
Okay.
That one throws you for a loop, I feel like.
Yeah, the flying fortress vanished. Obviously, I think has to deal with the big flying fortress that Pilaf and them have.
Yeah,
is
that
gone
one gives
now.
You something.
Pilaf's
fortress
is gone. That they run off somewhere and Goku has to figure out where they went.
Yeah.
To be determined what they're carrying, that Goku wants to find them for, but
yeah. But what about wedding plans?
Wedding plans could. I mean, a great guess is Yamcha and Bulma get married.
Okay.
Or they have to start planning a wedding.
Yeah.
I think the more likely scenario is that Goku comes across 2 people who are getting married that are near not the most more likely, but the funnier possibility is that someone is getting married and using like a Dragon Ball as a wedding gift or something silly like that.
I like it.
That would be funny.
I'm writing them both down.
But I do think more than likely something to do with Bulma and Yamcha getting married. Or, I guess they could throw us also a really nice curve and somehow Launch and Roshi are getting married.
Yeah. You guys have been gone long enough that I finally convinced this lady to marry me. Yeah. I've also cut off her nose so she can never sneeze again.
Yeah, or say, I gave her a nasal job or whatever.
Yeah. She'll never sneeze again.
And then for the Vanish, obviously, I think it has something to do with Pilaf.
Yeah.
My guess is that they find a lead on a Dragon Ball, or they somehow get a Dragon Ball, and they get the number 4 Dragon Ball somehow, and Goku they vanish, and Goku has to find them. They vanished in the last episode, and Goku has to figure out where they went. That episode. Or something.
Okay.
I don't know, something along those lines.
I put down that Pilaf's fortress is gone as your guess for that one.
I mean, that's the easiest. The flying fortress is gone, is missing. What else could that mean?
And then we got to jump into the movies because we are also doing the movie.
Yes.
The movie which will come out before tomorrow, as you're listening to this.
Yeah.
We're releasing the Halloween special movie.
Halloween special
called Sleeping Princess and Devil's Castle. So with that, I'm passing this. That's the name of the movie.
Yeah, please
and
press
then
it.
the little blurb that it gives me here is Goku and Krillin want to be trained in the martial arts by the great master Roshi. The only way he will agree to train them is if they go to the Devil's Castle and find the sleeping princess, who's being held prisoner by Count Lucifer, and bring her back to his island. Jesse, what do you think is going to happen in that movie?
Well, I think they're going to go fight Count Lucifer and get Roshi's hand in marriage or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
No, it's pretty obvious they're going to fight a vampire. This is it's probably going to be very similar to, like, OG Dracula, probably.
Okay.
Definitely not the New Age Dracula. Newest Dracula that came out.
Yeah.
It's way too late for that. But like, if you go back and look at, like the story of Dracula, like there is needing to save people from castles sometimes and things. So
yeah,
it's probably going to be some like it's going to follow a similar thread line as that.
Okay. I'm okay with that.
I think they're gonna beat the vampire in a funny way though.
Yeah, it won't be the other one.
Yeah,
like, it won't
I don't think it's
like
gonna be like a
serious
straight up like they're not throwing punches. I think they're gonna find like they're gonna throw like a crucifix at him or like something stupid like that.
What I'm surprised you didn't think about was that like hearing that blurb. I'll leave it at that. But there was a lot in that blurb that made me think a certain thing. Because, again, for you guys who haven't been paying attention, I've not seen any of the movies either.
Yeah.
I just haven't ever watched them. But my thought process on that, not to change your prediction, is that knowing that the first movie was basically a rehash of the first arc, and then hearing that Goku and Krillin are wanting to be trained, but Roshi won't let them. This feels like the first couple episodes of the second arc is going to be.
It does feel like that.
Changed in an alternate.
I want to have faith that like it's not a total
1-to-1 ripoff.
Like 1-to-1 ripoff again. I want to have faith. And again, we'd have to look at the reviews to see like how well it's reviewed.
When I've looked up reviews about these movies, this is one that is like when they like power rank all the movies. It's not ranked at the top, but it's ranked in that like upper half.
So it's going to be pretty good.
Where people are like, honestly, it's not like amazing, but for these movies, it's pretty good. It's one that people like sleep on. It's like a slept on like
It's a sleeper pick.
Yeah. So
that gives me actually a lot of faith that we're not going to be super negative tomorrow when that episode comes out.
Yeah.
So,
and so I guess before we wrap up here, what is your worst part, Jesse?
For these episodes?
Yeah.
Oh man, I wonder what it is. Because honestly, there's really only one glaringly stick out part. Whoo, Roshi.
Well, for me,
Roshi. Honestly, it's the second one where he's in the shop and he's just berating a shopkeeper.
Yeah.
I'm like, what? Dad,
the
you're
first
being
one
bad.
you're fantasizing about.
The first one was like,
know Launch would kill him if he actually tried to do something.
Yeah.
Like he would somehow make her sneeze and then she would shoot him.
Yeah.
Like I'm not worried about his weird twisted fantasies. Launch can take care of herself.
It's more like for me. It's specifically the harassing the shopkeeper,
Yeah.
like trying to coerce her into trying the panties on and stuff.
Yeah. That's pretty rough.
That's pretty rough.
And I'll give you that one. That one probably is the worst part of these two episodes. But for me, it's the whole like the Red Ribbon Army just like completely wrecking that first half.
Yeah, honestly,
and like seeing like them make that child like scared, you know, like the children in that house are traumatized.
the reason why like it's bad, but the reason why I don't give it the worst is because you do need scenes like that
to like set up
like the stake. Like it is a great way to tell you like these people mean business, and then like to have the climax of these two episodes be them straight up murking Benjamin Franklin, and like making the seagull fly off scared. I'm like, yeah, okay, you know what, we got some problems. Like my shoe Pilaf, like they're gonna be problems. They're gonna be thorns in our sides.
Yeah,
but we've got like some serious, like evildoers.
Evil here. Yeah.
We have some people who are not screwing around.
Yeah. So then, what's your best part then, Jesse?
Woo. Man, like they're all pretty like. There's no glaringly obvious good part, in my mind, because like these. You know, I you know what there is. there is.
I was gonna say
It's the shoe peel-off moment.
Yeah,
at the beginning.
I was gonna say that
was.
I don't like. For me, that was just such a breath of fresh air.
Yeah,
that I'm like, oh my gosh.
Like once I gave it more than 5 seconds of thought, I'm like, no, this is a very obviously good moment.
Yeah,
we get to see Pilaf in shoe again.
Yeah, it's not like oh my god, this is the best thing ever. But it is like the best part of these 2 episodes is getting that fun slapstick humor back again. For me,
we locked in for 15 episodes. It's time to get silly again. Time to get silly.
For me, what my best part, since you took that one, would probably go to getting to see Nam and Jiren again and getting a little bit of closure for what happened after the tournament. Because normally with these tournament arcs, you do get like an episode or 2 of cooldown after the fact.
Yeah.
And the fact that the saga, like if they immediately started another saga right after the tournament was over, it leads you to believe that you're just immediately jumping into the next problem. But having that episode of filler, quote unquote, where it's just more like a decompression is nice. Like, there wasn't really anything that was going to be bad that happened in that episode. Yeah, like I never for once thought Goku was in danger or Nam was in danger.
I do think that's probably why like most of these two episodes exist. Like because I would imagine the fact that these 2 episodes are basically all anime exclusive stuff makes me think that the manga kind of like it's the first tournament arc. It's the first real big tournament arc like I think really ever. Yeah. Like executed because I know like it's not controversial to say that Dragon Ball started a whole lot of like tropes. Yeah. So I don't know if it started a tournament arc trope or if that like something existed.
Yeah.
But
I can't confirm that either. But
like, if it did exist, it's probably always been like you just immediately jump into the next problem. Where it's like you do after going through like a major tournament arc like that, like you do want to have like some time to simmer down, just have a couple chuckles, relax, maybe check in on some characters that you like grew really fond of in the tournament. So like, I think it was nice to set that precedent. Yeah. With these 2 episodes, like okay, we can do that, and maybe like they did that because they saw later on in the manga Akira figure that out, and later tournament arc like aftermaths aren't anime exclusive. They are written in the manga as well.
Yeah. And like with Nam and Jiren, like them being characters in the tournament saga, and then we get to see them after the
in their natural habitats.
Yeah, that was just nice. So that would probably be my favorite part.
It's good.
Getting to see Nam and Jiren one more time.
Getting a little bit more closure on those 2 characters. Yeah. I'm sure they will be back. I'm sure at least Jiren's back because I've heard that name a couple times. Whether it's referring to a different person or not, and it's just pronounced kind of the similar way. Yeah. But I have heard that name enough, like, he'll probably come back at some point. Yeah. And then, who knows if Nam comes back. It feels like we've kind of solved Nam's problems. Yeah. Like they'll figure out how to get the Haboob dirt out of the river and fix that, I'm sure.
The river will run again.
Yeah, like the dam's not there.
They've broken the dam. Yeah, unless Jiren's just like a giant butthead and builds another one.
Yeah. Like, which I can't imagine he'd do because he knows Goku will come and kick him in the butt.
Yeah. One of the scarier things for this that I didn't really talk about because we just kind of assumed Krillin was going back with Roshi is like Krillin doesn't know where Roshi's at. He just gets left on the side of the road eating ice cream. Yep. Like we know that Roshi hasn't left the city, but Krillin doesn't know that. So what's going to happen to Krillin? That's so scary. My sweet little boy.
My sweet baby boy.
My sweet baby angel.
What are you going to do?
But that's to all be found out later. And so, you guys can reach out to us on any of the social medias at Becoming Saiyans Pod. Or you can send us an email at becomingsaiyans@gmail.com. We are open to hearing from you guys. And we're posting pretty regularly on the social media sites with like clips from our show and posting on Twitter that we're releasing an episode.
I know like it's very boomer of us, but we also both like you post it and I'll always make sure to share it on Facebook. Yeah. And that's mostly for our family though.
Yeah, that's mostly for family and actual friends. Like yeah, we understand. That you guys aren't our friends, but like for the ones that, don't have us on Facebook, that's mostly just for those people.
Don't rush to join us on Facebook.
Yeah. We don't have a group or anything.
We're really only sharing that because we want as many people that we know in our day-to-day life to like check us out.
Yeah. And so like with that, I've been Truman.
And I've been Jesse.
And the adventure continues.
Bye.